So friends, this is definitely not a tutorial on how to make the actual picture that you're going to put on your twill tape for your labels, but I will show you this. I'm in my pages on my MacBook. For reference, all I did was take an emoji out of the emoji keyboard for the red heart and then just added the word maker to it. The one thing you have to make sure of when you are creating this page is that you need to flip the words, the whole image, flipped. And I have a little button down here in the bottom right in pages that literally will flip that whole column that I have grouped together. And that makes it really easy, friends. I've also placed them specifically a certain amount of space in between each picture. So that way, when I put the whole strip down on my twill tape and transfer it on by ironing, I then only have to cut up once in between those pictures. So this is how you save it as a PDF. You go up to File. Now this is on Mac. You go up to File, go down to Print. Click Print, and when you click Print, this page will come up, and you'll see down here the PDF Word. Click that arrow and click on Save as PDF. Next, you're going to save as, name it. This I'm going to name Heart Labels. And then once you get that in there, you make sure that you save it where you want it. And here mine's on my desktop. And then I'm just simply going to click Save. And after that, you can just go in and hit print, and it will print out all the labels that you want to print. Before you start printing though, make sure that you have the right paper in. This is heat transfer paper for inkjet printers only. And this is for light colored fabric. They do have one for darker black fabric, so you may want that one. I will link this one below just so you know you're getting the right one. Now here is a huge tip, friends, and I learned this one the hard way. You cannot print these labels out on this special paper and just leave it for like another time that you're going to heat transfer. I did that on, a couple pages that I had and came back to it and tried to press them and transfer them on after like a month. They will not adhere to your twill tape. So keep that in mind. Once you print it, use it that day. Don't wait on it, friends. So anyways, so here I am just, slicing through these rows because I'm going to do them by rows. And I'm just making sure that my strips are smaller than the width of my twill tape. I think my twill tape is just over an inch in width. So this is, cut just under that. Now there are specific fiber content on some of these transferring papers. For this particular transfer, your material needs to be at least 60% cotton, which these are 100% cotton, so it's all good. This is non-negotiable, friends. You have to have a wood hard surface to press on when you do these transfers. You just have to. Trust me, I tried it other ways. You cannot. You need this wood board, friends. Use like a cutting board or something. That'll work. Now you really just need one piece of parchment paper, but I'm showing you the brown and the white there. You need a hot, flat iron with no steam. Here I'm using my mom's little Cricut, but I think it has issues because it kept getting way too hot and then not hot enough. So I was having just a few issues, friends. Lay your twill tape down and make sure you iron it. I did not iron this first piece, but I did after this. So iron it right there on the board, and then you're going to lay face down that transfer paper. Make sure that it's in between the top and bottom that you see space of the twill tape. You can't have the transfer paper larger than the twill tape. And then you use firm, heavy, flat pressure all the way down. Now I want to show you this mess up here. When I go to release this paper, it really didn't want to release right away. And here I'm going to share with you. Just watch right here. You can see that the black is not transferring over right away. That tells me to stop right in my tracks, put it back on, lay it back down, and re-go over it with that hot iron, just like you see me doing here. And I really don't want to stay there too long because too long can make things worse too. And then just do a slow release. And I can already tell that that first one that didn't want to release in the beginning got kind of messed up. And you can see it's left there on the paper too. Yeah, see that? But so, so that'll just go in the dud pile and throw out. Now, the instructions don't say to do this part, but this works, friends. Take that parchment paper, lay it right over top of that twill tape, and then you're going to just take your hot iron over it a couple times and then peel that parchment paper back. That just makes sure that everything is laying nice and flat. Now, I was definitely having problems with this iron, friends, and I don't know why it was glitching, but that's why you do want to test sample your strips first, at least just until you get a good groove going where you have the right amount of heat. So here I'm going across, and we're going to see how this one turns out, because I was fluctuating in heat with this little iron. I don't know. It was just doing its own thing. I don't know. I can tell right away after I lift up and I try to peel back whether or not it's going to release right away or not. You see, it came away really quickly there right before I started peeling, and then I just peeled the rest off. And a lot of times I still see black on the paper, but it did transfer okay. And there you could see a little piece of the paper was left on there. I don't know why, but I just continued on. And again, you're just going to just put that parchment paper on there. So let's go another round and see how this one does. Lay face down and just continue on pressing right along there. And you can see I am using pretty firm, heavy pressure, and I'm even wiggling a little bit. I don't know if that helps or not, but I'm testing out the waters here to see what works. And I'm not sure what I'm doing at the beginning when I first start pressing, but it doesn't want to grab that first black word, me. I don't know, friends. But I continue on nonetheless. And I add that parchment paper on and make sure that the rest of that is nice and cleanly fused down. Now, in this particular transfer, as soon as the heat is done, you definitely need to start peeling back. Some transfers say to let cool and then peel back, but I tried that with this one. And if you wait too long, the paper totally sticks to it and you will have totally ruined your image and label and the whole thing. So don't wait. You need to peel that right away, unless like what you saw me do earlier where I could tell like it wasn't releasing because it wasn't connected all the way. Then I went back over it with the heat, but you have to be really quick about it. Now it shows a picture on the back of this transfer paper on the, the box that it comes in. It shows a picture of an iron and it says 2 to 3 minutes. Well, I'll tell you what, friends, if you were to do this 2 to 3 minutes on this twill tape, you would definitely burn it. And I've done that and seen smoke and to where it will not come off. So you don't want to leave it too long. You want a hot iron, flat surface, get in there, heat it, get it off, and peel it right away. And I'm definitely glad that I made sure that each of the labels were so far apart from each other when I made them in my page document, because that makes it so much easier without any waste to just slice right up the center of 2 of those labels. Oh my word, look at how cute this pile of labels are. Oh. Okay, friends, here's a little bit of label inspo for you. You can literally put anything onto this twill tape. I mean, look at what I've done. I've just taken these pick arts and just added words to them. It's so easy, friends. It's easier than you think it should be. For real. Feel free to copy any of my ideas here. Now, one of these ideas is from Chat GPT or Claude or one of them. And that was the one where the picture of the bee and then it says between projects. The AI came up with that one. So I will give AI credit where AI is due credit. But the rest of them I came up with. These are so nice to keep on hand because honestly, all you have to do is grab one, sew it into your project. It's like a one and done, friends. And you can even customize it to put your name on it if you want. Now, of course, I want to know from all my friends out there, what do you think of this project? Do you think that you're going to do it? Let me know. I want to know. Until next time on the Sewing Channel, take care, friends.